with you once again from Vortex Training, here today to show you how to plank properly. There are a bunch of different videos out on YouTube, a lot of different pictures going around that are not the proper way to plank, and I want to show you guys how to properly use your midsection to tie together your ribs, your spine, and your pelvis to plank to attain the best possible result. So what we want to do for a proper plank is we're going to start off with our feet shoulder width apart at the beginning. As you become more advanced, you can take them in a little bit more and more until they're right next to one another. But to begin with, we want the feet shoulder width apart, and the elbows or the hands should be directly underneath the shoulders, not out wide and not too narrow. And this is the biggest mistake a lot of people make, is they're too wide with their hands. So you want to have our hands just like a proper fitting handlebar where it's straight down into the thumb. So right here, keeping the hands straight. Now here's where a lot of people, and specifically cyclists, go wrong with our planks. What we actually try and do is we're trying to keep either our elbows down, and we let our backs kind of rotate, and we push our hips forward, and we're holding this position, which is so aero. It's just like on the bike. But really what we want is to bring the shoulder blades back and together just a little bit. We're going to fire our lats. Our lats are the big muscle on our back, so we're going to pull our elbows down to our side, locking them in. Then we're going to squeeze our glutes, squeeze our quadriceps. And this is how we want to plank, guys, just like this, squeezing the glutes. So my glutes, my quadriceps, my lats are all firing to hold everything together. And you're going to notice we'll get a little bit of a shake. My upper back is not rounded. I'm nice and loose in through the spine. And I'm using my midsection, my lats, my glutes, and my quadriceps to keep me up for this time, keeping the head neutral. Now, a lot of people will do, again, for cyclists, is to kind of get into this rounded position. They're holding here, but notice my shoulders are rounded forward, which is not what we want. That's not a proper plank. It's putting a lot of stress onto the shoulders, which is one of the things that we want to try and avoid. So keys to proper planking are going to be: 1, making sure your feet are shoulder width apart. 2, make sure your hands are shoulder width apart. 3, making sure that your quadriceps are firing. 4, make sure that your glutes are firing. And this may be a problem for a lot of you guys because you may be suffering what's called gluteal amnesia, which we'll talk about in another video. And lastly, to make sure that you are firing your lats. And the lats are another problem for some of you guys. It's a big muscle back here. We want to try and make sure that they're bringing the shoulder blade back and down, just like you're pulling the horn on a big rig. So make sure you guys are firing all 3 of these muscles, and make sure to keep your chest down, shoulders back. That's the last point. So until next time, practice these planks. Start off with about 4 sets of 15 to 20 seconds, making sure to keep your technique absolutely perfect. If you're doing them on the elbows, as I showed, the elbows should be underneath the shoulder, and again, shoulder width apart, not wider, not narrower. And until next time, train smarter, not harder. And remember, it is all about you.